Today, we're going to talk about Fori Prime and why it'll be gone soon. We'll look at the Galactic war map together, discuss how the Voteless were found on Fori Prime, and dive into much more. If this video helps you at any point, consider tapping the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Hey Helldivers, we're kicking things off by talking about Fori Prime. A fresh dispatch just dropped warning us that Fori Prime will be gone, not because we'll liberate it, but with the gloom expected to engulf the planet. Let's take a look at the dispatch itself. Here's what it says right now. The gloom covered on Fori Prime is predicted to thicken over the coming hours. The equipment enabling the Helldivers Gloom Expedition is designed to withstand low spore levels only. Given the heightened risk, there will be no further operations on Fori Prime after the current major order is completed. Yeah, so once the major order is complete, the gloom will likely cover Fori Prime again, blocking us from traveling there. Whether we win or lose the major order, Fori Prime will be swallowed by the gloom either way. It doesn't matter if we liberate it or not. The gloom's still a massive problem, and whatever is causing it to spread across the planet is what we need to tackle. So far, we're clueless about what's going on, so we've got to figure out what's driving it and shut it down. My theory, well, it might be the Hive Lords stirring up trouble, pumping out that toxic yellow cloud across the right side of the Galactic war map. Or maybe something even bigger is scheming beneath the thick yellow haze. Got any theories of your own? Drop them in the comments below and let me know what you think is happening here. On a related note about Fori Prime, a Helldiver stumbled across a dead Voteless on the Terminid side. Check out this post showing the Voteless on Fori Prime. Strange. It doesn't add up, right? Well, there might be an explanation for why this fellow Helldiver found a deceased Voteless. Most likely, the developers just copied and pasted the urban environment biome from the Illuminate side, and that's why we're seeing a dead Voteless here. They might have forgotten to remove the asset from spawning, or maybe it's tied to the story, though I doubt that's the case. I think it's just a simple oversight on their part, and I'm sure they'll fix it eventually. Now, if weeks pass and we're still spotting dead Voteless on the map, then I'd say it's intentional. Maybe the developers are hinting at some connection between the Voteless, or better yet, the Illuminate and the Terminids. For now though, I'm betting it's just a mistake. If you've happened to come across the same thing on Fori Prime, take it with a grain of salt. It most likely doesn't mean anything and is probably just an accidental bug that the developers haven't resolved just yet. On a completely different note, you can see we're winning. We're on the verge of liberating Fori Prime, which, to be honest, I absolutely didn't see it coming. Especially since just 2 days ago, we were at 1 or 2% progress. Our relentless push to fend off the Terminid menace has clearly paid off big time. We're now at 67% liberation. That's a massive jump. You can check it out here on helldivers.io or the Helldivers companion app site. The resistance has shifted, making it noticeably easier to take over the planet. 2 days ago, I was convinced we'd fail, but then the resistance changed, and now it looks like we're set to win this major order. On a similar note, Fori Prime has been a brutal bloodbath. You can check the planet stats here. We've wiped out 9 billion Terminids, lost 146 million Helldivers, and fired 41 billion bullets. I don't know about you, but 146 million, that's a staggering number of Helldivers taken down by the Terminids. Moving forward, we're now going to discuss the Galactic war map. Yesterday, I noticed the Blackhole had pulled back to Angel's Venture, which is pretty odd. I'm betting most of you Helldivers out there spotted the same thing and were probably scratching your heads about what was happening. I think it was just a bug the developers accidentally slipped into the Galactic war map when making adjustments. If you check the Galactic war map today, it's back to where it was before. Now, that's bad news because the Blackhole is still creeping towards Super Earth, and despite all of us fighting off the Illuminate, we haven't done a thing to stop it. Right now, it looks like it's going to swallow Mordash anyways. I've also seen Helldivers reporting that Mordash has shifted. We covered that 3 days ago, and I'm stumped about why that's happening. Maybe it's another bug. I noticed Bono on the Glitch Unlimited Discord had reported that it's now back in its normal position. So perhaps it was just a bug. Next up, we've got news about the second Joel episode. If you haven't been keeping up lately, the Game Master dropped a video of himself reviewing the Galactic war map and all the things that happened last year. With that in mind, we've got details on this second episode. The community manager, Baskinator, commented on it and shared this on the official Helldivers Discord. She wrote this right here. Our video team is stretched pretty thin most days, but we recorded all the footage and now they're editing it. They do all our videos though, from the major order social ones to the know your enemy ones to all our trailers and so on. I wish I could help them more. Well, it looks like the team's been pretty busy lately, but they're finally taking the time and sweet liberty to edit those videos. And we'll see that new episode soon enough. How soon? I've got a hunch it'll drop either tomorrow or we'll get a video on Tuesday. Speaking of Tuesday, I think there might be an update, though take that with a grain of salt. My reasoning for expecting a patch is that the support team recently updated the known issue list, mentioning the Hell Bomb, Ultimatum, and some other problems that cropped up in the latest patch. So yeah, they're definitely planning to fix those issues soon, especially the one where side objectives aren't spawning correctly when called in. I covered that all in a previous video, but either way, that's why I reckon Tuesday will bring an update to squash some of those recent bugs. Anyway, Baskinator continued on to express her feelings about the video and had this to say on the Discord. Oh, the video series is going to be absolutely wonderful. I was there for the recording and every moment he called out was like, oh my god, yes. Like, I cannot believe how much you accomplished in a year. I'll say Baskinator has definitely got me pumped up to see the second episode and hear what Joel has to say about last year. It's going to be interesting. Continuing on, we've got a question that Shams, the CEO, answered about dual wielding secondaries. Specifically, this Helldiver asked if we'll ever see dual wielding for the P4 Senator or P113 Verdict in Helldivers 2. The CEO replied that it's a common question and hinted that maybe someday it could happen. That's exciting. It's not a flat-out denial or ain't never gonna happen scenario, but it's a sign that they might be looking into it. And we could see dual wielding down the line. What do you Helldivers out there think? Are you up for dual wielding in Helldivers 2? I'm curious about how they would pull it off. Would it be an armor passive, or maybe a new booster that allows us to wield a secondary in each hand? I'm leaning towards the booster idea myself, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also, if you're wondering about mech restrictions and whether we'll be able to use 2 mechs in our loadouts, sadly, there's no news on that. The CEO responded to a Helldivers question about mech restrictions, saying there's no word on it for right now. So maybe at some point we'll get word about it, but as of right now, we can't use 2 mechs in the same loadout, nor will there be a possibility of it in the future. So yeah, that's the answer to that question if you were wondering about the mech restrictions. Let's talk about the Automaton Chainsaw Devastators. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who would love to hear some kind of chainsaw sound. It'd be great to hear when they're sneaking up on me. Right now, the chainsaws are silent. The developers haven't added any sound effects for the Chainsaw Devastators yet. That said, there's a mod for Helldivers 2 that gives the Chainsaw Devastators audio. I'll show it off right now. It's by a mod creator named Big Daddy Shamit. Yeah, that's a wild name, no doubt. And they've added a sound effect to the chainsaws. I'll play for you right now with the mod installed. I'm cutting the audio here so you can hear the sound, then I'll jump back in to chat about it some more. Okay, that's what it sounds like. If you're on PC, I'll drop a Nexus mod link in the description below so you can download it and try it out yourself. Beyond the Devastators, I've seen comments about Chargers too, and how they can sneak up on you just as quietly. I haven't found a mod for that yet. Still, I think the Chainsaw Devastators and possibly the Chargers could use a sound effect, and so could the chainsaws on the Hulks. They're in desperate need of some audio too. What do you Helldivers out there think? Would you want sound effects for both the Hulks and Devastators and even the Chargers? Let's hash it out in the comments. What I'm going to do next is show you a new all you need to know clip that can be found in the Super Destroyer or seen in the Super Destroyer, and I'll show that right now and you'll catch me here in a few seconds and I'll talk more about it.
This is Coretta Kelly with all you need to know. Terminid variants discovered within the gloom have been proven rich in E710, prompting development of new breeding programs. The Ministry of Unity unveils a new food hyperpyramid. Its base polygon? Onions. And a new study proves 100% of Super-Earth studies to be accurate. And that is all you need to know.
This all you need to know clip, I've yet to see the Super Destroyer until now. I've seen the previous one, which I've showcased on the channel. That was about the first Galactic War hero and how he died recently. If you haven't seen that, let me know in the comments and I'll give you a link, or better yet, I might provide a link in the comments and I'll pin it and whatnot. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Last but not least, we have the top 3 comments for today's video. If you would like to be featured on the channel, all you have to do is comment down below, and that's it. The first top comment is by Tot Pocket. Sony gets sued? ? Fastest click of my life. Cheers to you, buddy, and I absolutely appreciate you clicking on the video so fast and checking it out. I truly do, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys haven't seen it, check out the previous video. It's definitely worth watching. The second top comment is by Gaming Pi or PP. I'm not too sure how you pronounce it, but you wrote, I was surprised Sony hasn't got sued about this yet. EU has given Apple a fine for the same reason. You're not wrong. They definitely have. The EU definitely doesn't mess around with any sort of pricing issues and stuff in general like that, so you're not wrong. The last top comment is by Dylan. Those skeletons have been on the bug plans for months. Yes, absolutely, it has been around for quite a while, but the reason why I showcased it was just to talk about it, right? I mean, there's a lot of Helldivers that didn't know about it or don't know about it, so I just thought I would showcase it. There you go. Those are the top 3 comments. I appreciate y'all stopping by to check out the video. If you haven't done so, give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And if you haven't done so, actually join my Discord down below. The description's there. You'll see the link and all that. I appreciate everyone who supports the channel, whether you subscribe, comment, give the video a like, or even if you're a member of the channel. I appreciate it so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.